Hi, everybody, and welcome to yet another edition of Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. Time to carve out a time from our day, a few minutes here and there to think of something greater than ourselves. And I'm having trouble focusing today, and I'm wondering if you do too. I have trouble focusing when I'm feeling overwhelmed or when there's just so much going on, and I don't, do I talk with you about politics? Do I talk with you about how annoyed I am that our United States senators seem to think that they are the senator for a small group of people in their home state when they're not? They are United States senators, representing those people, but not running our country for what their people need. I mean, really. House of Representatives, different story. They should go back and look at how the bicameral houses were created. Do I get off on that tangent? I'll try not to. Do I go off in the direction of seasons changing and so you don't know how to plan? Do I go off on to family drama because I have people in their 20s, so there's always drama? Do I get off on allergies and how I just don't feel well because of them? Excuse me. I get off on being overwhelmed with details and work and trying to manage COVID and make sure I have my mask? Do I go off on Bible? Then what part of the Bible? What kind of a message from the Bible do I want? Do I need? Do I talk about, my spirit, how my spirit is aging, how it's going in different directions than I thought it would? Do I go off in a direction of fill in the blank? Missing my family? My nephew and his family are out east for the first time in 10 years. I don't get to see them. And a lot of people would say, well, why would you expect to? Even including people in my family. I guess gone are the days when we should have those expectations. And then I was reading through session minutes last night. I have two cats here now. We're probably going to start growling at each other in a minute. Wait a minute. Put the window up. There we go. Let's see. Happy time with that by all. Then last night I was reading through old session minutes from South Church from like the 1950s and 60s when there were 600 people at a meeting or 300 or 600 members and 300 attended. I mean, it's, and we're struggling with, well, not yet struggling, we're happy and we're rejoicing, but we have 45 members. What is it like? What is going on with our world? Did I count on this when I came into this world? Did I say, oh, I bet this is going to happen? I listened to a guy who channels from the other side. I've been listening to him for 25 years and has really great ideas and insight. And he would say, yes, we do plan it. We do know what we're getting into, and we come anyway, and that's what makes us so courageous and so brave. And yes, we are all about, raising the compassion quotient. And I look out at my yard, and I have to get everything in for the winter. And I hate to do that. I want to be out in the yard. And yet this year, when was I out in the yard? It was too freaking hot all summer long. So that means we're dealing with global warming, and it's really affecting me. It's not some existential thing. So what do I do with that? How upsetting is that? I don't know. Do you have days like this? What do you do with days like this? Well, I know what to do. So do you. Come inside to where God is, to where the Spirit resides. And ask for help. Center me. O Spirit, O Light, center me. Put me where you want me and show me what to do. in priority order, please. A couple of my friends work in large multinational organizations, global organizations. They both work from home, which is interesting. They work remotely. But they have supervisors, and probably some of you do too. If you're working, you have a supervisor of some sort. I have supervised people, but I've never, rarely, except for training periods, have I been supervised. But one of the things that I like about supervision, and I use the session, the parish council, for this annually, when I say to them, what should my priorities be? And I think maybe that's when I'm feeling overwhelmed and when I look at all of those issues I named, plus more. It's really a matter of prioritizing my life, prioritizing what I'm supposed to do. Well, God can help us do that. Spirit can help us. Prioritizing the most important things to do today. I'm meeting with a friend. We both really need to be together and have this time set aside, what we call the church of so-and-so and Deb. That's a priority for me today. I'm taking a little time off this afternoon for my monthly pedicure and massage. That's a priority for me. Taking care of myself so that I can take better care of others. Or just so that I can live my best self better. Maybe that's what we can be focused on today. Prioritizing. And not just doing it in our own heads, because we don't know enough to prioritize. We don't know what really needs our attention or really needs to be worked on. That's where God comes in. So, praying for priorities. I wish you luck with that. And that's what I'm going to go do now when we're finished here. Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause with the pastor. I hope it ended up calmer for you than it started out. It has for me, and I thank you for that. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. I look forward to seeing you here next time. And until then, God bless. Take care. Go prioritize with God, and bye for now.